2025 Fox Nation Patriot Awards, they are back in New York. The 2025 Fox Nation Patriot Awards, they are back in New York. It is my great honor to host the only award show that matters.
Witness inspiring stories and celebrate America's unsung heroes with a special performance from Jason Aldean.
Country Music Entertainer of the Year, Jason Aldean, was on stage. He was just finishing up his set, so this was the last moment of this big celebration. Hard to know if obviously any of that was in the shooter's head. We spoke to one of the Sirius XM hosts who was on stage with Jason Aldean, who just said, you know, like everybody, at first when this is happening, you can't believe it. Your mind can't go there. You think it's pyrotechnics. You think it's fireworks. You think it's anything but this, that somebody is just mowing down in cold blood all of these concert goers. We just don't have enough information yet. But look, I mean, you guys deal with this all the time. This isn't the first mass killing we've seen at a concert. These big venues are soft targets now.
We're honored to be here tonight as we celebrate the life and legacy of our good friend, Charlie Kirk.
He led a powerful movement rooted in faith, freedom, and a deep love for this country.
Nearly 1 year ago, 22,000 fans gathered in Las Vegas to celebrate their love for country music. I was there myself, performing with my band, and what started as a beautiful weekend was shattered when a senseless act of violence took 58 lives.
An active shooter training drill. 8 News Now reporter Michael Stevens is in downtown Las Vegas to tell us more about it.
If you look around, it seems like a real crime scene. Police tape blocking off multiple streets, a command post set up right out in front, and dozens of police officers from a number of different agencies are here, but it's all a drill. We weren't able to go inside during it because it's playing out like a real-life scenario.
Somebody said something to you to tell me about that experience.
Yeah, so there was a lady who pushed her way forward into the concert venue, into the first row, and she started messing with another lady and told us that we are all going to die tonight.
Do you know why she was saying that? I mean, was this after the shots were fired, or?
It was about 45 minutes before the shots were actually fired.
I just got wind of this Las Vegas Strip shooting, and the first thing I did was see if there was a Wikipedia page, and of course, as with all of these, there is a Wikipedia page that's been up for several hours, despite the fact that this only happened less than 12 hours ago. So it is, by the way, 10:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 2nd. This happened at 1 o'clock in the morning my time. So we're just talking a few hours here. So I'll let you guys take a peek at the revision history here on the Wikipedia page, and you'll see that this information was up within hours.
Seriously, I don't know what's going on.
Let's take a peek at the first article that references this shooting, within hours. And interestingly enough, this news comes to us from the United Kingdom. The Telegraph News is the first article cited in the Wikipedia page. And I'm just going to point out a couple of details that jumped out at the page at me. The attacker's motive is unknown, but police believe he acted alone. They say he is not believed to be connected to any militant group, adding, "We have no idea what his belief system was." Well, that's a very strange thing to say because some people have mental illness, and they would actually not really have a coherent belief system. But these guys are already planting a seed that there must be some belief system behind here. So that's just one thing. Another thing here is that the Las Vegas sheriff had been seeking this guy's girlfriend. Her name is Mary Lou Dan Lee, which to me sounds an awful lot like the two hurricanes that failed, Maria and Lee, as a person of interest after she was located overseas. I'm just curious how coincidental the world believes these things are, that the Las Vegas sheriff, whose focus is typically Las Vegas, would be looking for the girlfriend of this guy overseas before this woman's husband or boyfriend or whatever ends up shooting all these people. Which, by the way, I think it's also very interesting that the UK Telegraph knew that 50 people were killed within hours. That means the pronouncement of death had happened with at least 50 people, and they go on to report that there were 406 injured. That is remarkable precision to be reporting within just a handful of hours of this event. From England, of all places. They believe that she was not involved in the shooting. Well, you guys are idiots to believe that she was not involved in the shooting, because clearly, if the Las Vegas sheriff was looking for her overseas, and she's a person of interest, what exactly were they interested in her for? So there's something here that doesn't make sense. And then, I've never really been one of those people who got into the Chaldean calendars and calculators that they use for numbers. But I can't help but notice 12, 12, 11, 11, 4, 4. What is going on here? I mean, this is a ridiculous amount of information to have within just a few hours.
Somebody is tapped into the sound system. There's no hits. Nowhere.
Now let's take a peek at the pictures that they're feeding all of us. All right. First, I want to point out that the Keystone cops here are looking in every direction possible for danger. They're obviously protecting the public's interest. While this guy sits there, chit-chats on the phone, and this one sends a text message. Where exactly is the danger coming from, and why is the reporter or the photographer just standing out in open air to take this picture? If these guys are seriously looking for a shooter, shouldn't everybody around be taking cover, including the photographer? This is an interesting picture here. Here we have everybody running for cover in the biggest mess I've ever seen at an open air concert. These people are jumping over fences, running, and the photographer just stands in the middle of the scene. I'm going to brighten this up. The middle of the scene, while these people are literally running for their lives, supposedly. Well, let's take a picture. Let's take a peek and see what else is happening here. Well, look at this guy. He's got a nice glass of red wine in his hand. This is going to be Johnny on the spot. We're going to see this dude in a bunch of different pictures hereafter. Now, I want you to look what's happening behind here. We have people just wandering around, looking up, standing up, really not taking any sort of cover whatsoever, although these people are so panicked that they're actually, jumping over fences, and it's a very strange, thin fence here. They're all tending to something very crazy and chaotic. This dude's pants are falling down. We can actually see his butt. And here we have Sarah Sharpshooter crouching behind a vehicle. Clearly, the danger then is to the right side of the photographer, who just happens to be standing in open view.
It's a sound system.
It's fireworks. It's fireworks. Stop. It's fireworks.
I really don't see anybody actually injured.
Mike, get down. Get down, hon.
Okay.
They're gonna shoot you, and then what?
It can't be that.
You just want to videotape it.
There's a problem with that. That's not gunshots. It's something else. It's not gunshots.
It didn't sound like it, but
A gunshot is totally
did
different.
somebody get wounded?
I'm good.
It's not a real gun. That doesn't sound like a real gun.
It is a real fucking gun. That is a real gun. Yes, it is. It's a real gun.
Today's massacre was the first time President Trump has been called upon to lead the nation through a mass shooting. At the White House this afternoon, a moment of silence. The President and First Lady, the Vice President and his wife, and the staff all there for the solemn ritual. The President will travel here to Las Vegas on Wednesday, but tomorrow he'll be in Puerto Rico, and that's where we find ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl tonight.
There's no training for something like this. A president leading a moment of silence for victims of a shooting so deadly, so senseless, it has shocked the nation. His predecessor saw them all too often. 18 times forced to address the nation after mass shootings. Responding to the horrors became a sad, frustrating, horrifying routine. There was Sandy Hook, 20 children, none of them older than 7 years old, murdered at school.
They had their entire lives ahead of them. Birthdays, graduations, weddings, kids of their own.
At the Sandy Hook Memorial, President Obama vowed a national effort to prevent such a thing from ever happening again.
Because what choice do we have? We can't accept events like this as routine.
But the violence didn't stop. More than a dozen mass shootings after Sandy Hook, including the murder of 9 at the Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston. Emotions so raw at the memorial that the president broke into song.
Amazing grace.
And now President Trump faces the challenge not just of reassuring the nation after the deadliest shooting yet, but of figuring out how to prevent more. At the White House, he ignored questions about gun control.
Is it time for new gun control laws?
President Obama tried and failed entirely to pass stricter gun restrictions. That's unlikely to be President Trump's path, but as the tears subside, he will face the same maddeningly frustrating challenge that bedeviled his predecessor, stopping this from happening again. And now Democrats are wasting no time making another big push for gun control, including Hillary Clinton, who tweeted out, quote, "Our grief is not enough. We must stand up to the NRA." And former Vice President Joe Biden also tweeted a message quite similar, saying Congress and the White House should act now to save lives.
It's okay, sis. Relax. I know. It's okay. It's okay. Are you sure?
And impacted countless others and their families forever.
There was mass confusion on stage and in the audience that night. But moments after it all began, heroes emerged. Concert goers shielded the wounded. First responders rushed to the scene and worked tirelessly to help the survivors. The very next day, residents volunteered to donate blood, forming lines that stretched for blocks. Local families and businesses opened their homes and their lives to complete strangers, offering shelter, food, showers, and transportation.
She looks very serious. She's definitely going to take out the bad guy. While the photographer, again, is cluelessly in open air. And here we have the sharpshooting Keystone cops. We have this police officer very concerned about what is happening in this area. We have this guy hiding the box of donuts. We have this guy ready to shoot everything going in this direction. And look at this one. Sharpshooter Steve is laying on his belly. Recon. While this guy's going up for the jelly donut, this one's walking away with the jelly donut, and this one's sending a text message to his friend.
And people from all over the world sent an outpouring of love, support, and donations. And it hasn't stopped. 1 year later, Vegas, this town, these people stand strong.
I'm not buying it right now. Because I see people laying, but I don't.
I don't know how I survived.
You're good. What's your guys' names? Oh my god, you have blood on your shirt. Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Well, originally we thought fireworks were going off or firecrackers or something, and then we thought the speakers were malfunctioning, but once the lights all turned off and Jason Aldean disappeared, we knew something was wrong. We all just dropped. We were being told by firemen who were around us, just get on the ground, lay down, cover your neck, act dead, act dead, act dead.
And what happened in Las Vegas is in many ways a miracle.
Charlie was courageous, bold, and committed to sharing his vision for America, its families, and the future.
His death marked a turning point for this nation. Charlie wasn't president. He wasn't even a politician, but he shaped a generation through his words.
We're just trying to reinstitute the founding principles, free market, fiscal responsibility. We don't consider this a Republican versus Democrat issue, but rather a generational one.
Charlie Kirk was bigger than life. Not only was he tall, but his message was big, well beyond his years, and really caring about the next generation.
Charlie understood very, very early on that there was a void, especially on college campuses for young people.
What happened in Las Vegas is in many ways a miracle.
Steve is a, was a, Steve is a, was a.
Shooting victim Gianna Baca is visiting a special patient, her identical twin sister. Natalia suffered a more serious wound, a shot to the shoulder that punctured her lung.
I noticed that I had got shot, and then I fully went into shock. Go, go Faith, go, 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 go Faith, go, go, go Faith, go.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya.
There have been a lot of youth organizations on campuses. They've met with varying degrees of success, but nothing even coming close to comparison of Turning Point. And the reason for that was Charlie Kirk.
I founded Turning Point USA to tell young people in America that there's a better way than big government and old school corruption.
I did this instead of going to college, which is the great irony of the whole thing, to start a college movement without actually going to college. Only in America is that possible.
They never gave in to fear. They never lost hope. None of us can ever forget what happened on 1 October, and we will always remember the courage and strength the people of this incredible city displayed.
And we'll rise up, like the waves will rise up, in spite of the
We salute the city of Las Vegas. We honor its first responders, the police, the firefighters, the EMS, the entire Vegas community.
Where is the danger coming from in this picture? There isn't any. And of course, they're going to stop everybody and everything on the streets because things are going to fall on this man's head. And look at the mess. It's already fallen. All this garbage is already fallen. So that's why these guys are wearing helmets. This guy doesn't have a clue what he's got in his hand. He's got grenades around his belt, and he looks like he says, what do I do with this? Now, here's Johnny on the spot again. He's finished his glass of wine, and he's going to help run all these victims across the biggest mess you've ever seen at an open-air concert, while other people just sit around looking, wondering when it's going to be their turn, screaming and yelling, victims and blah, blah, blah. Here they are again, except for now he's laying down on the ground again. And look at their crouching. They're crouching to run for their lives. But these guys are just walking casually down the stairs behind them. They're all sitting up. If the shooter is actually shooting in this picture, why isn't everybody ducking? What's going on here? Now, this one's a gem. I want you to take a close look at this picture here. Here, we have these guys wondering if they can get home in time for their babysitter. Then, to the left, we actually have these guys literally in line for a pizza.
These men and women up here with me on this stage tonight represent just some of the brave first responders who reacted selflessly on 1 October.
Where an 18-year-old can start with nothing and just a dream and build something and really see that success.
Charlie Kirk made conservatism cool. He went into a battlefield where he knew many of the people would reject him, yet he still went.
Charlie understood that to change a dynamic, you had to reach them on a personal level, and that became his signature.
What strikes me about this generation is the most conservative generation that we have seen in well over 50 years, and the numbers show it. This is the greatest generational realignment since Woodstock.
They represent the spirit. They represent the strength. They represent the resilience of the entire city. And they represent the unbreakable resolve of this great country that we live in.
On behalf of myself, my family in the country music community, I want to say thank you to the city of Las Vegas for your courage, strength, and kindness.
18-year-old Addison Short is another shooting victim. She was hit in the leg.
Like fire, and it just took me down, and once I got back up, it literally felt like my foot was just dangling. I hug her and...
The bullet is still lodged in Addison's leg. She's having surgery tomorrow.
Not that much feeling in my left shoulder. As you said, the bullet's still in my neck.
Look, I'm so grateful that you're able to talk to us. I know that you are obviously very seriously injured.
And I know out there how everyone bashes everybody. They feel like it's fake. They feel like it's fake. They feel like it's fake.
I see no entry wound. I see no exit wound. I don't know how to treat.
Me either.
I see no entry wound.
Wait, look at his face. Hey,
I see no entry and no exit.
Wait, look. This gentleman's shot.
Cross her arms. Try to cross her arms.
He's having a shot.
Are you with? Hello.
Holy shit.
Where are you hit? Where are you hit?
He's hit in the head.
Head?
He's hit in the head, but he's still breathing.
Where? Where from? Where's the head wound?
Exit right here. An entry and an exit.
Tonight, we are all proud to be Vegas Strong.
She's sitting there wondering whether she's going to get pepperoni or sausage on her pizza. This guy's sending a text message. This guy's just standing there like the fashion model that he is. And these two people, who just happen to be wearing cowboy hats because that's what you wear at a country western concert, are crouching from what exactly? From what are they taking cover while the rest of the world doesn't even seem to know that there's a problem here that these guys are responding to? But you must know that there has to be a problem because these fences are down. I don't know who that guy is. No. What's this guy running from? I want you to notice the bullet here. The bullet hole is actually pointing out. So the shot came from the other side of whatever this thing is. Let's see what it says here. Right by the beer. They missed the beer, which is good. Posted this on social media. I was fortunate enough to get away safe. Well, you got away safe with all the beer, which is very good for you. And look at these guys. This one's laughing because this is a joke. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I think the bad guy's behind the pillar. And this one's like, no, I think he's coming down the street. Okay, this one is another beautiful one that we have to take consideration for with great seriousness. Here we have Johnny on the spot again. Here's the wine drinker, okay? Here we have complete normal civilians declaring an individual dead. This one is walking around as if it's no big deal. This dude's wondering if he can pick up this half-naked girl over there because they match. And nobody seems to be very covered in blood or worried about anything. There's no blood here, and yet these people are quite certain that this is a dead person.
In 2024, he was just flat out indispensable. When in your life did you ever think Republicans would take the youth vote or even get close?
He has impacted everyone in so many different ways, even the ways that we can't even see.
It's people like Charlie Kirk who revolutionized me, who made me realize the value in being a patriot. He made me understand the freedoms that we are so blessed to have here in America.
For Charlie, God came first, Erica and the children came second, and somewhere down was his calling.
What most people don't realize is before he stepped behind any microphone or in front of any camera, he prayed and he dedicated, Lord, let the words that we speak be the words that you want us to speak, to be the words that people need to hear.
Where are the ambulances? Where are the people that are going to tend to the supposed victims? I don't see any victims here. I see a person laying on the ground with a towel over their head because these geniuses decided that this person was dead, and this guy's finished his glass of wine. This looks like a hot dog roast. Look at all the supplies they brought. You know, and this lady's walking around carrying the potato salad. These people don't look like they're taking care of anybody in an emergency. This one's just casually sitting there with his arms crossed.
He's amazing. I'm very blessed.
And I would not have been able to do any of it without Erica, and that's the real truth.
Today we're here to honor and remember a fearless warrior for liberty, beloved leader who galvanized the next generation like nobody I've ever seen before, the late, great Charlie Kirk.
Charlie was full of energy and life. He made politics fun, and we haven't had that in a very long time in this country. This is a man who touched an entire generation of Americans, electrified them, and made them patriots. And he did, in fact, change history. Charlie Kirk, was an American original.
God is not done with the United States of America. Our best days are ahead of us.
In the wake of Charlie's death, his wife Erica has made it her mission to keep his legacy alive.
It is our great honor to present the first ever Charlie Kirk Legacy Patriot Award to the woman who refuses to surrender.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Erica Kirk.
Nobody here looks like they're doing anything serious. And there are no victims, except for the ones that are underground in tunnels that are being carried by other people who are at the concert, supposedly. How did they get them to underground tunnels if this was an open-air shooting? And this person has no blood. None of these people are covered in blood, which is good. I don't want to see dead people. I don't want to see people covered in blood. Now, here we go again. We have the wheelchairs. I don't know what it is with all of these events, but they have an army of wheelchairs after the tape is already put up. So they still have victims or whatever sitting around in wheelchairs. And how are they going to push the wheelchairs in this garbage? You know, what is it? How did this lady here? This guy's like a rodeo, right? Look, he's like, yeehaw. This girl just picked up a beer. She's walking away. None of these people look concerned about anything. They're laying on the ground like a bunch of morons in a social justice mess.
I do too. I do too. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Thank you so much to the Fox News family. Thank you so much to Jesse and everyone that loved my husband so well.
Because they leave messes everywhere they go. The social justice warriors are pigs. The ones who do these crazy staged events. And where's she pushing him? For what? Is this supposed to be, I mean, maybe he's handicapped. Maybe this is his daughter pushing him somewhere. But it was really stupid to bring a wheelchair to a social justice warrior concert because they leave a big mess. Now, this is the last one I'm going to show you guys because it's the last one in the series. But if you look at any of the pictures, I want you to look at them with critical thinking. I want you to look at this. This is supposed to be where an open concert shooting took place.
Thank you.
Sure, and Allison, as you point out, the amplification of music and sound, and the fact that a number of the witnesses have now said they thought that the initial barrage of gunfire was the end of the show fireworks, and so that kept people in more of an unsuspecting mode for a lot longer, and let this person continue to kill folks.
And for the first time, the new Charlie Kirk Legacy Award will be awarded to Erica Kirk. Plus, First Lady Melania Trump will join the show as our Patriot of the Year.
2025 Patriot Awards only on Fox Nation, where America is streaming. It is now time for our Patriot of the Year award. You know, President Reagan used to say something that really rings true in my heart, and I know in your heart as well. And America's great because America is good. Think about that. And while producing a new movie, promoting her New York Times #1 best-selling book, Melania, and continuing to advance all of her philanthropic initiatives and fostering the future, and no matter what gets thrown her way, I watch in awe. I know we all watch in awe.
Barack and I were raised with so many of the same values. Like, you work hard for what you want in life. That your word is your bond, that you do what you say you're going to do.
My parents impressed on me the values that you work hard for what you want in life. That your word is your bond, and you do what you say and keep your promise.
That you treat people with dignity and respect, even if you don't know them, and even if you don't agree with them.
That you treat people with respect. They taught and showed me values and morals in their daily life.
Now, there's no doubt in my mind that Melania Trump will go down in history as one of the most impactful people ever to grace the halls of that White House at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
That is a lesson that I continue to pass along to our son. And we need to pass those lessons on to the many generations to follow.
And Barack and I set out to build lives guided by these values and to pass them on to the next generation, because we want our children and all children in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
Because we want our children in this nation to know that the only limit to your achievements is the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them.
Fox Nation, are you ready? Please join me in welcoming Fox Nation's Patriot of the Year, the First Lady of the United States of America, Melania Trump.
Columbine.
I like the way you die, boy.
Kill all the white people in the movie. How great is that?
Virginia Tech.
Tucson.
Aurora.
Fort Hood. Oak Creek. Newtown.
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 How many more? How many more? How many more colleges? How many more classrooms?
Okay, I can understand why people like that.
How many more movie theaters? Here we go. Yes.
How many more houses of faith?
Yeah, that's gangster style.
How many more shopping malls? Let's kill it. You talking to me, bitch?
Easy there, fella.
Okay.
How many more street corners?
How many more?
How many more?
Enough. Enough.
It's kind of cool, actually.
Enough. Enough.
Demand a plan.
Right now, as a mom.
As a dad, as a friend, as a husband.
as a wife.
As an American.
As an American. As an American.
As a human being.
For the children of Sandy Hook. Demand a plan. No more lists of names. It's not too soon.
It's too late.
Now is the time.
What did I do? I just...
Before we all know someone who loved someone on that list.
No more lists.
No more.
Who they might have been, no more.
If we had just done something yesterday. It's time.
We can do better than this.
We can do better than this.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time for our leaders to act.
Demand a plan. Right now.
I'm beginning to tire of you, Dr. Bronfman.
Right now.
You! Demand it!
Enough.
No, she should know how to respond. Enough.
Well, now you're the dead guy. And he just put the...
Enough.
Today in New Orleans, they got a lot tougher on the holdouts.
Police department at your home!
Not only the flooded areas, but New Orleans' driest and wealthiest neighborhoods, too.
Police department!
The police and National Guard going street by street, house to house.
We need to make sure, too, that whenever we knock on doors, people refuse to leave. We need to make note, call it in.
They say there are no orders to use force, just strong persuasion, sometimes entering open houses with guns drawn, and instructions to disarm anyone inside.
You say guns will be taken? Yeah, no one will be able to be armed. We will take all weapons.
That happened today in this wealthy neighborhood where homeowners had armed themselves to protect their mansions. Residents were handcuffed on the ground. In the end, police took their weapons but let them stay in their homes.
They were a little bit threatened because our weapons were bigger than their weapons.
For many of the police and guard troops, it is an uncomfortable job to do this in an American city. This guard unit occupied a church, using it as a base camp. They had to leave a note because they could not get hold of the pastor to get permission.
It is surreal. Yeah, you never expect to do this in your own country.
Chris Montgomery says he'd rather be in Iraq than patrolling American neighborhoods.
Walking up and down these streets, you don't want to think about the stuff that you're gonna have to do. Somebody pops around the corner.
Be shooting in America.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want you in here.
We're not gonna do that.
I don't want you in here, period.
But there's a mandatory evacuation.
I know all about it.
Well, Patricia Coney's protests were to no avail. They moved her out of there, and she is now out of the city.
The floating eye here is variously interpreted. Some people see the work of Freemasons in it. Some people just see this as the divine eye of providence. It's a debate for the ages.
This is the moment Japan's nuclear disaster began. A giant tsunami wave crashes into the Fukushima Daiichi power plant.
So I have just one word for Mr. Trump. Basta. Enough!
But a bright line in the sand, and we will protect you, that I can tell you, and we will say enough is enough.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
But a bright line in the sand, and we will protect you, that I can tell you, and we will say enough is enough.